last night randomly, I was like, before going to bed, sometimes I look at what's on Netflix, and I put the last fight of season 1 of One Punch Man. You know, like did you see it?
I read a bunch of it, and I read more than I watched. I watched a couple episodes, but I've read into it a good way. So which fight?
I think it's like Boros is the name of the enemy, like this outer space enemy that comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And cool animations with like the draw lines and the light fading. It was super cool stuff. But then I heard that season 2 was so I never bothered watching it. And now I'm seeing that season 3 might be just as disappointing. That's sad.
That sucks.
That's really disappointing.
Season 3 is even worse. Oh, they changed studios? Bones. They couldn't get Bones back. Bones did season 1, but not 2 or 3.
That changes things.
That would explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I should just jump back on Mob Psycho and watch the last season.
I've been meaning to get around to Mob Psycho for forever.
Forever?
Yes.
It's a very good watch.
It's open in a tab on my desktop over here.
Let's see.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, you keep tabs of things open that you're like, I want to watch this. I need a reminder of it. You know?
A couple, because I've had there's a couple things I come back to, but like when it comes to shows to watch, because there's also stuff that to watch that I'd watch with Punch Mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a tab here of okay, what's going on? Yeah. Okay. I've got a tab here. Look, here's a tab of shit I need to get back around to watching. For example, I got Peacemaker sitting here.
Okay.
I got Kamen Rider Gav. I'm sitting here. I'm on 28. I got what's here on Crunchyroll? I got Thunderbolt Fantasy. I still got to finish this off.
Okay.
I got partway through that. I got Mob Psycho.
There you go,
sitting
there.
right here.
Average rating 4.9.
Right. So this is here.
Now people are getting hyped for Thunderbolt. Okay.
Kill 6 Billion Demons is still in a tab over here. JoJo Leon is sitting right here. I still want to try, bro. I'm like, it's still a thing. Okay, well, this is a stupid ad pop-up. Fuck you.
Yeah. Screw
whatever's going on there. Futo PI, the Kamen Rider W.
Yeah, you see the W.
Kamen Rider double fucking anime. There's just some shit that's been sitting here for a while that I need to get around to. Young ladies don't play fighting games.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
The reboot rewind has been going on.
Oh.
There's tons of this sitting here. There's that's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
Still didn't finish Fallout Season 1.
But you started it.
You mostly finished. I have one episode to go left for Season 1. That's there. Aeon Flux. I never watched Aeon Flux back in the day.
I heard the name before, yeah.
That's one of them. I mean, shit, man. Shit is fucking,
on the list.
It's been sitting there for a minute, and then so on and so forth. My homework is sitting there. Aeon Flux was one of those Adult Swim things, right? So we didn't end up getting Adult Swim, but I've heard enough about it that I'm like, shit. MTV? Okay, we also don't get MTV. Whatever Aeon Flux was, I don't know that we got it. But I remember it being like pretty cool seeming, and then there's the live action thing, So in any case, it showed up because the same playlist I looked at when I was watching Cyber 6 for Versus Wolves is now so I had to go back and find Daria on my own. And I watched all of Daria, but I had to go download and get through that, separately. So
Daria? Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about watching that actually.
It's great.
Yeah?
It's great. Very fun.
Okay. No, I'll try to keep on watching that, yeah.
But that's the thing is I was watching Cyber 6 and then Aeon Flux and Cyber 6 were in the same playlist. And I was like, oh yeah, shit, I need to get around to that, you know? So this is sitting here, and as you say, Mob Psycho, I'm like, right, the tab is open.
Yeah,
you know,
it's right there,
literally sitting right there. And this is that of course that's scratching the itch, because like I said, every single day is nonstop recommends for everything all the time, and you just you know. But I do want to get on top of that.
Talking about shows that go bad, pretty bad, I just had a flash. I recently finished The Last of Us season 2.
The show?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, it hurts to watch.
Yeah?
It's so
interesting. Okay.
It's frustratingly bad, and everybody is stupid. I don't know how they did it.
I haven't played or watched it.
Oh my god.
All I know is everybody hates it, and
I heard about like people hating it and being angry, and I was like, well, it can't be that bad. So then, you know, I watched season 1. I was like, oh, that was fun. That was actually a good watch. You know, season ends and you move on to season 2, and it gets like, it's like the worst teenage drama that you've ever seen.
Okay.
Ever.
Interesting.
It hurts. And I'm like, I understand people for being kind of sad.
Okay.
And luckily, it's not 10 episodes. It abruptly ends at episode 7. And it's like, oh, okay, let's see the season from the point of view of the other character, the antagonist of the season. And it ends. I'm like, it's done? Oh, thank fucking God. I hope they don't come back.
Okay. I still, I got to get around to finding out. I have a bit of a thing with this, because I'm like, people were really, really annoying about it when it first came out. It was awful. It was one of the worst media discourses I've ever seen, to the point where I just said, fuck this. I'm out of this. I don't want to talk about it. You're going to wait until it's done and nobody talks about it. And I'll watch it on my own and I'll weigh in on it. So even you getting into it right now, I'm like, you're like, you don't want to hear it? Sure. That's fine. Whatever. It is an extremely sour taste in my mouth in advance about the whole topic. So I'll get around to it at some point. Yeah. But because when you see like season 1, like it was horrible. I gotta admit, okay, you might get curious about the games. You might be like, oh, what's going on in the game? Well, I played the game first and it was amazing. Yeah, okay. And I watched the season 1 and it was amazing. Season 1 was great, yeah. So I feel bad for just staining the series like that, you know. Again, the live action bringing shade and ruining a media. Okay. Yeah, it's... Well, I wish I could treat this like any other discussion we have about a thing, like, but you haven't treaded that path. Yeah, that's like, fine. You know, and it just again, the discourse got so toxic, fucking awful and annoying, and it just pissed me off that I was like, I don't want to talk about this online. That's good. I currently don't want to continue talking about it online. Fine. I'd like to everything that had to be said has been said, and I don't have anything further to add. Perfect. Yeah, you know. It's been said. Maybe I'll chime in when I go find out, you know. But yeesh, man, it's one of the few cases where like whatever's happening inside the box, it doesn't matter almost, because what's happening outside the box is so fucking vile and just right. You know, yeah. I'm just sad that like there is so much media that is made, and they start off with a good idea, and they don't think of the ending. Oh, yeah. They're like, the idea is so good at the beginning, just run it. And people get on board, and it's like, where are you going with this? And I would say that more than half of the time, it never like ends properly for a TV show or like... So it all depends on the nature of the creator getting into the medium, right? Like, sometimes they start with an ending in mind, and I love that and respect it. Yeah, I think that's how it should be. You shouldn't like be allowed to start before you know where you're going. Mm-hmm. And then how much padding can you logically fit between those 2 points? And then there's times where you can feel it midway through, where it's like, this has no plan, but everyone is hype on it, like Lost. I've never watched Lost. Never watched it. But everybody told me like, oh my god, it's so good, season 1 and 2. and you can tell.
Lost and Heroes. Two things I haven't watched. Two things that people were like, "This is the best TV ever," and people got super mad after.
And I can feel it. You can feel it because it's like Westworld almost, where you're like because I heard Heroes season 1 fantastic, Westworld season 1 fantastic, right? But like either way, Lost is like the pinnacle of that. Where I'm like, you can tell from the discussion around this thing, there is no plan. It is just entirely about what can make the most water cooler discussion happen next Monday.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, when you get further in and people start piecing together theories, you find out that like the writers are reading Reddit and changing the script according to what people are predicting online.
Oh, never do that.
And it's like, this is like
it's lazy as fuck.
Worthless medium. Like, what a worthless thing to do to act like to how much disdain you have for your audience to be like, oh, this is what people are figuring out, we're gonna swerve away from it, right? That I hate. That's so fucking disrespectful. It's crazy, and like, just because somebody figures something out or whatever, it might still be good, it might still be coherent, like more than one person can have an interesting idea. But if you're the type of writer who's like, if anyone thought of it, it's automatically bad, no one can see it coming.
Yeah,
that's what your mark of quality is. What the fuck are you even there for? Horrendous. So bad. I hate that shit. Yeah, no. Here's the thing though, is those gigs most of the time, not knowing your ending is like, you get rewarded in back in the day, especially, by having your show start and everyone gets hyped for it and you don't know where it's going, but it doesn't matter because the hype train starts now, and everyone's making money and we're all good and we're going now. We can figure that shit out later, kick the can down the road, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Like there wasn't much in the realm of TV that would like punish you for having a shitty ending. You ultimately could just not think about it and call it a day because like, how many shows were meant to be caught randomly, sporadically anyways? Right? Appointment watching wasn't a thing till much later anyway. So like, the idea that you actually sat and we talked about this with X-Files already, right? But the idea that you actually saw every single episode of this show, what? No one did. You caught most of it when it was on, you were a big fan of it, but like, everybody missed some episodes of something, It couldn't be too committal to what was happening last week. So, yeah, that shit's always weird. And then you get your Full Metal Alchemist, like, I know the ending, and the adaptation has now gone into its own branching path, but as long as you can steer back in this general direction, it should be okay. And nah, fuck that, we're starting over. Never mind. It's cowardice shit, man. Plan your ending out, know what you want to do, know where you're going with that. I feel that way about like a lot of like I was okay. Have you ever watched Prison Break?
Season 1, yes. Season 2, I think, as well. But then I stopped.
I don't know anything about it. Haven't watched it, but I feel like that fits into the thing of like, oh, this is a show as well where like there's a premise and then it did some stuff that got everyone's attention. And then who knows where the fuck that goes? Because surely at some point they break out of the prison.
That's the thing. It's like, all right, you did it. What?
What happens next? Like, that's exactly. You don't even have to tell me. I already knew. What now? You did the thing. The title happened, and then we gotta fucking.
I guess we gotta find another prison. I don't know. Just do it again.
They go back.
They can't change the title of the show. Come on.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Ding dong.
Yeah. Anyways, no, and of course, yes, I have to. I have my Versus Wolves homework to get into. Riverdale.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that worth it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, I guess we'll see. Let me know.
Yeah, that would be. You'd scratch that itch, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I wasn't going to look twice at it. I think I think I discarded it on the potential, but I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, for me, Archie...
Feels like the right kind of slop.
It is slop, yeah?
Feels like the right kind of slop that you might enjoy, you know?
I don't know. I might hate myself too much.
I read some Archie when I was a kid. So I know Archie a bit. I have some connection to the source material. Archie
was the book that we were not allowed to bring in school for reading, period. Because it was full of mistakes. At least for us.
Oh.
Yeah, and the teachers were like, no, you can't read Archie. It's like cheap cartoon. It's bad. Get a real book.
But wait, mistakes as in the English had mistakes in it?
At least the French.
Oh, the actual text was...
Yeah, there was a lot of like spelling mistakes, and it was not good stories for the teachers, so no Archies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the English one is probably like proofread properly, and you know.
Well, our book school stuff was like comics weren't a part of that.
They were not a part of it. Yeah.
No, so we didn't even have that option. But, But anyway, I'm like, yeah. So knowing that's the case, I'm like, okay, I have the like baseline of what this is supposed to be, and then obviously it's like they take that and they go insane with it because that's all everyone talks about is like it's Archie on crack.
Okay.
Know? So
okay.
But I also have no love in my heart for like CW teen dramas.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like I watched that come and go and exist in a place where I was content to not partake in it.
Was Buffy CW? Or was it another channel?
It was on YTV.
Okay,
so
for us.
It was before that became a thing, but I guess it counts as that.
Buffy is WB?
Okay, so then yes. So CW is, CW used to be the WB.
Yeah.
And it was a part of that beforehand. So yeah, I guess that's the beginning of it, early whatever, right?
Yeah.
And you know, then you get your fucking Angel and spin-off, you know.
Yeah.
And then you get into all the rest. And I say this as someone who's I've seen a good bit of Smallville, but generally speaking, that the Dawson's Creek bit was like, well, we make fun of that.
Yeah.
In our era. So I believe my understanding is that Riverdale is also a little bit of that.
Okay.
Right?
Seems like it fits, yeah.